Welcome to the Owner Identity Podcast, where we empower men experiencing same-sex attraction to live a life of purpose and possibility through the power of Christ and for the glory of God. My name is Jason Meller. I am so glad you're here. Come on in, have a seat. Let's go. Hey guys, for years I've stood in front of the mirror, staring at my reflection. I saw my silhouette, the outline of me. But just beyond it, like a shadow I couldn't escape, was the outline of the man I thought I had to be. Broader shoulders, thicker chest, sharper jawline. For years, that outline followed me. Every time I looked in the mirror, I noticed the gap between my silhouette, who I truly am, and that outline of who I thought I needed to be. Even now, I still fight this. Over time, I've learned that gap is where shame lives. It's where striving hides, and it's where the boy inside me whispers, "Not yet. You're not enough yet." I didn't always know where that outline came from, but one moment, one memory gave it shape. I was 12 years old when my sister came to me holding a small brass key. "Jason, follow me," she said. We were alone in the house with just the hum of the air conditioning. We entered our parents' bedroom, the place that usually felt off limits. She knelt down beside the far side of the bed and pulled out a black briefcase. The carpet pressed into my knees as I crouched next to her. She slipped the key into the lock. Click, the latch popped open. Inside were magazines, all of them filled with pictures of men. One image burned into my memory, a man in a soaked white t-shirt, his muscles defined. He was calm, confident, and mesmerizing. I tensed up. I felt scared, confused, and exposed. I didn't have the words for it yet, but it was like the world tilted, like I'd stepped into a secret I was never meant to see. Questions ran through my mind. Why would a man be photographed like that? Why did Dad have these? Why did he look at them? There were days when my family would be watching TV and my dad would get up and quietly disappear down the hall. His bedroom door would close and lock. You know, he wasn't just in another room. He was unreachable. So kneeling beside that bed with the briefcase open, I started to connect the dots. Behind the bedroom door, Dad had been choosing something else instead of us. The magazines were what he had been locking himself away for. They were inside the room, deserving of his attention. I was on the outside of the room, unworthy of it. That realization stung. I felt small. Whatever those men in the magazines had, I didn't. But maybe, if I could be like them, Dad would choose me instead. Maybe being the man in the magazine would be my key to unlocking his attention, affirmation, and affection. That's when the outline started forming. That muscular man in the wet shirt, he became the shape I measured myself against. If I could just look like that, maybe my dad would see me. Maybe others would choose me. Maybe I could choose myself. So I started building myself to fill that outline. The muscles, clothes, hair, smile, they were an attempt to fill that imaginary shape. But it didn't work. Because no matter how I tried, the door never fully opened. Not with my dad, not with the world, not even with myself. Over time, I realized that key I thought would unlock the door had imprisoned me. It kept me trapped in striving, shame, and comparison. But I heard God whisper, "Jason, you don't have to earn your way into love. In Christ, you've always had access to my heart. Embrace the silhouette of you, the man I made and declared was good." Embracing your silhouette, it means seeing yourself not through the lens of who you think you should be, but through the truth of who you already are. It's standing before the mirror and saying, "This is me." Not the man who needs to prove something, not the boy still waiting to be chosen, but the man who already is chosen in Christ. Psalm 139 says, "You hem me in, behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me." God isn't behind a locked door. He stands beside us, hand on our shoulder, and says, "I am here, and I always will be." When you erase the outline of someone else and embrace your silhouette, you stop living from the emptiness of the gap and start living from abundance. You no longer see yourself as a project to fix, but as a person to celebrate. You stop striving to earn love and begin creating from love. And you still choose to grow, not to become enough, but because you are enough in Christ. And that changes everything. You walk differently, you breathe differently, and you realize that whatever is on the other side of the locked door is nothing compared to the God who stands beside you. So what does your imaginary outline look like? What locked door are you hoping will open when you fill the gap between who you are and who you think you need to be? Today, I want you to do something brave. Stand in front of a mirror. Touch your finger to the mirror, close one eye, and trace your silhouette. Then, look yourself in the eye, take a deep breath, and pray these words out loud. God, I don't have to earn access to your heart. In Christ, I am yours. And remember, you aren't defined by the gap between who you are and who you think you need to be. You are defined by the one who calls you his, who knit you together and invites you through Christ to have full access to his heart. You've got this because God's got you. I'll talk with you soon. Hey guys, if you would like to uncover your story and insights into the impact of it, learn to rewrite it, and live with greater self-agency, I would love to work with you. Visit ownyouridentitynow.com to book a free coaching session and learn more. Take care.